hello, hello to all my friends in America land and abroad. I'm sorry, I know it's been an appallingly long time since I posted anything here. I've been rather busy with work and other things, and also I tend to be really tired when I get home from work because it can be exhausting. So even when I have time, I'm just like, pfft. But I really will try to be much better in the future, except I sort of have the LSATs coming up the first weekend of December, so I can't promise I will be a lot better between now and then because I have to study. But after that, I will really blog a lot more because I have so much to talk about. In the meantime, here's an entry that I shot actually quite a while ago, more than a month ago, maybe more like a month and a half ago, I don't remember. Yeah, it's just an entry about my job and stuff to let everybody know what that's like, and perhaps it will give you an idea why I'm so exhausted at the end of the day. It's rather long. It's in 3 parts, so yeah, you're certainly getting a lot of bang for your buck, except how you're not paying for this. And yeah, that bit at the end, I talk about being caught up to the present day. That's certainly no longer true, and actually it wasn't really true at that time either, because I realized I hadn't talked about Josh's visit in September. So that's all stuff for the future. So much to share about. I am really sorry that I have not been more communicative, but I will after LSATs. Seriously. And here's the entry. Okay, bye! Here you go. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm here in Japan, still, because I live here. And I have another update for you. I told you I was going to talk about my job, and I am. So I guess I'll just launch right into it. A job, I have one, which is good because I like to eat and pay rent. I am an assistant language teacher, ALT, which is kind of a misnomer in a way because it would seem to suggest that I assist in the teaching of English, but really I'm pretty much just a teacher. I teach all my lessons basically on my own and plan them all, except for a few, basically on my own. So yeah, I'm a teacher in Japanese public schools. About a little more than half of my teaching I do in a junior high school, which is my base school. And I'm not going to mention the name of my school on here. I'm gonna call it Nantoka Junior High School, but that's not the actual name. And a little less than half of my time I spend at 3 different elementary schools. And all of my schools are pretty close to my house, which is cool. It's part of the better part of my placement is that I'm in a semi-urban kind of location, so nothing I need is too far away. My junior high is like practically across the street from me, and 2 of my 3 elementary schools are within a 15-minute walk, and my 3rd elementary school I could probably take a bike to in like 10 minutes, but I just take a bus because I like taking the bus. So yeah, so elementary school. Teaching elementary school is awesome. Those of you who have known me for a long time might actually be surprised to hear this, but I love Japanese elementary school kids. They're awesome. They're like cuter than American kids. I don't know what's wrong with our kids in America, but in Japan they're so much cuter here. So yes, teaching elementary school is cool. At 2 out of my 3 elementaries, the way it works is basically the school will tell me like what grade I'm teaching and what language they want the kids to learn in each lesson, and then I will make up a lesson, plan everything for that, and I'll prepare all the materials I need, and I'll go and teach it pretty much by myself. Their teacher, the kid's teacher, will be there, but you know, the teachers don't really speak English, so they'll help me out with little things, but there's not a lot they can do since they don't speak the language. But the faculties are all really nice. in my elementary schools. And at my one elementary school, they plan all the lessons for me, which is fantastic. So basically, all I do there is like I go and teach the lessons they want, and then like spend the rest of the time like getting fed tea and candy and talking to them in Japanese about America, which they find my bad Japanese adorable. They like to laugh at me, but in an endeared sort of way, and they're like, oh, kawaii, kawaii, which means cute. So they're really nice. But the only catch is that there's only one faculty member at the school who speaks English, and she's not usually there when I'm there. So they make up these lesson plans for what they want me to teach, and they'll do, like an automatic, like an electronic translation of it, and they'll give that to me, and it won't make any sense at all. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring one home that I could have read to you. So these lesson plans are, not that helpful. So, but then like there's this lady there, sort of like my handler, and she'll like explain them to me, but she doesn't speak English, so she'll be explaining in like her simplest possible Japanese, and I'll be like trying to like paraphrase in Japanese to see if I understand and like ask her questions. But it's always like this sort of like fun game because my Japanese is not that great, so it's fun in a way. It's can be a little challenging, but it's kind of fun. It's a good opportunity to practice my Japanese, but the downside is like if I fuck up, like if I misunderstand something, then I could like do the lesson wrong. I mean, that hasn't happened. I'm always okay. But yeah, and then this lady speaks a tiny bit. I mean, she doesn't really speak English, but she speaks like a few words of English, so that can also make it kind of funny. So yeah, that's basically how my time at that school is fed. Fed? Okay, whatever, spent. That is how my time at that school is spent, being fed, yes. Tea and candy and talking and English and fun. And the faculty at all my other elementary schools are great too. They also like to give me tea and tell me how great my Japanese is, which is a total lie. But every Japanese person will tell you that if you come to Japan and you speak one word of Japanese, they'll like pounce on you and be like, oh, Jozu, Nihongo Jozu, oh, Jozu, and like you're skilled, you're good at Japanese. That's just what they do here with the Japanese language and with chopsticks. If they like any Japanese person like that I met, like they see a Western person using chopsticks, and they're just like amazed. They're like, oh, Hashi Jozu, you're good at chopsticks, which I don't know. They just never seem to cease to be amazed that foreigners can use chopsticks. But yeah, no, they're super duper nice people. All the elementary school teachers, and the kids are awesome. They always get really excited that I'm coming to class, and they're enthusiastic to do the lessons that I planned, which makes me happy. And if they're not interested in English, they're at least interested in me. It was great today. I taught second graders, and one of the first activities we did was this song, and part of the song is when you're not singing, you shake hands with people. So I would like shake students' hands, and like my one class that I did this with, they got so excited about it, and I just had this mob of kids following me around, like just swarming me the whole song, like trying to shake my hand, like they just wanted to do it over and over again. So it's cool. I really like elementary school a lot.